During their stay they came again and again to the Prophet, PBUH, who kept on calling them to embrace Islam, till their chief asked the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, to enter into a peace treaty between him and Thaqif by means of which he allows them to commit fornication, drink wine and deal with usury. They also asked him not to injure their tyrant idol Allah or to oblige them to perform the prayer. Finally they insisted that they would not knock down the idols themselves. But the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, turned down all their requests. They went aside to counsel. Realizing that there were no other alternatives, they yielded and professed Islam. The only condition that they insisted on was that the demolition of Allah should be dealt with and handled by the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, whereas Thaqif should in no way knock it down themselves. The Messenger of Allah, PBUH, agreed and took a pledge with them. Being the most attentive and the keenest to study jurisprudence and learn Quran, Uthman bin Abi Alas was appointed by the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, a prince on his people. His keenness and carefulness to learn the Quran and study jurisprudence were clearly discernible through his behavior during their stay. Every day morning, the group of delegates used to go and see the Messenger of Allah, PBUH. Being the youngest one, Uthman bin Abi Alas was left behind with their camels and things to keep an eye on. At noon when they came back and slept, Uthman used to go to the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, in order to learn the Quran and inquire about religious matters. If it happened that the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, was asleep, he would then go to Abu Bakr for the same purpose. With the passage of time, he turned out to be a source of blessing to his people. For at the apostasy times, Ar-Ridda, when Thaqif were determined to apostatize, he addressed them saying, "O folkmen of Thaqif, you have been the latest at embracing Islam, so do not be the first to apostatize." Consequently they gave up apostasy and clung fast to Islam. The group of delegates returned home, but they were determined to conceal the truth for a while. They told their people to expect fight at any moment. They pretended to be grieved and depressed. They claimed that the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, demanded that they should embrace Islam and abandon adultery, drinking wine and dealing with usury and some other things, or else he would fight them. Seized by the arrogance and zeal of al-Jahiliyyah, pre-Islamic traditions, Thaqif remained for days intent on fighting. Then Allah cast terror and dismay in their hearts in such a way that they gave up fighting and thought that the delegation should go back to him and announce their approval. It was until then that the group of delegates told them the truth and revealed the items of their peace talk with the Prophet. Consequently Thaqif embraced Islam.